hello. It is Fiona here, and we are on the 3-day challenge. I do these 3-day challenges purely and simply to help you see what is going on behind the scenes, under the surface, under your skin, on the inside, as to what is creating the symptoms that you have. This one is entitled From Weight to Sciatica, and it is all about what is creating the weight on your body, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and how you can go about changing that around. I've also got stories about weight, stories about sciatica, and how you are in the creation of that every single day. And it is your choice to change that. You get to change that at any point, at any time that you decide, when you want it badly enough. So often, our bodies come last. We look at our health and our bodies as the last thing that we want to change. Certainly money seems to come first. We are craving to survive and craving to live a good lifestyle. So that takes up an awful lot of our mind space, and that takes up an awful lot of our time and energy. And I'm just going to talk to you today about how that is creating the weight on your body, and why that often creates the sciatica on your body. It's all related. I'm not here to hand out diet sheets. I'm not here to hand out nutritional advice, although there is that, but I find that it's only 20% of the whole picture. If you're not doing this concerning how you create your body, how you land in your body and give home to your soul every single day, if you're not feeding your soul, you're going to have physical problems. And that is how your soul speaks to you, via these physical problems, issues, conditions, symptoms that you get. Our spirit, our soul helps us as much as she possibly can. Can't do it all for us, can't take things away, because there are things to be learned. There's gifts in the garbage. There's things for you to understand about what has created and landed, what you've attracted into your life, onto your body. So if you can change your thoughts to do with what's causing it, then clearly you'll be able to change your thoughts and the energy and your attitude, and you'll have a different experience in your body. It's never going to happen overnight. It is something that you change in your thoughts. It's just you need to be able to look at things in a different way. So this challenge, as always, everything that I'm talking about is to do with what you're thinking is becoming dense and is becoming a belief and is becoming real, and you are then wearing it. You're wearing what you think, you're wearing what you believe, you're wearing what you possibly haven't even imagined for yourself. So I'm going to be asking you questions every day this week to help you redesign yourself, to sort of really help you get into the body that you want to be in. And it all starts with your internal self, the playground that you lay out for yourself. One of the best questions I always ask ladies when I'm starting to work with them, what do you have on fun? What do you do for fun? Where do you go? How does it feel? And this is such a telltale sign. If fun is missing, it really, if you can't get into the vibration of fun and playfulness and happiness, it's just everything's just so serious and so survival mode. This for sure is one of the missing ingredients, one of the missing nutrients in your life. And I know a lot of ladies turn around, well, how can I go and be active and do those kind of things when I'm struggling with this physical symptom or that physical symptom? So this is what I'm here to teach. We need to be able to recode your mind. So first of all, we've got to go have some house rules. So show up, take part, understand what's going on in this particular challenge. It is here for you to specifically understand how you have created what is landing and what you are now wearing on your body and is turning up as a symptom, as in pain, as in weight, Often weight is the first symptom that sort of comes for some ladies, and it's never just to do with what you're eating. There's a backtrack to that, and I'm going to go through that with you as well. This challenge is an in-depth training for you to take part in, to ask the questions of yourself. Now, if you don't do the questions, it's clearly that it's not that important to you. Money's still important, or finding a love life, or changing a relationship is more important. But I swear to you, if you do the questions, you'll understand how you're attracting the situation you have with money, and how you attract the situation you have to do with your love life or the relationships in your life. As I said, it is all beautifully, beautifully connected. The big missing link to do with how you show up physically, how healthy you are, how active, how vibrant, how agile, flexible, has to do with the way you think. And it's a shame because, the solutions are really easy to get hold of and they're at your fingertips. But we've never been educated this way to do with how you land in your body every single day. We've been educated, change your diet, eat healthy, do lots and lots of exercise, eat less, move more. That, like I said, is only 10 or 20% of the whole picture, because you won't do that unless you're doing this alongside it. You can be on Weight Watchers and you can have some results, and then something happens and you fall back into your old state of mind, your old identity. What I'm asking you to do today is make a new altered identity for yourself, an alter ego. Who are you going to be when you get into the body that you want to be in? And my voice is croaking because it's the truth. We're talking today the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I'm sharing the solutions that I use with ladies who have dropped 4 stone. I'm sharing the solutions that I give for the ladies who are able to create the life that they want as they go down that sacred path. They clear up old relationships, they clear up money debt, they clear up all sorts of other things. This is a window to your soul. Your body reflects how well you are coping with every single day circumstances. Your body is a barometer to how well you see yourself and manage your day. Your body is a mirror to what is going on the inside. I hope you grasp all of that, because it is essential to be able to live a happy, active, vibrant life in a body that you absolutely love. This is an overcoat to your soul. This is an overcoat that is just absolutely allowing you to sense and have an experience in a body that you absolutely, absolutely love. To make change happen for you, you need to apply what I'm teaching, participate with it, and be persistent with it. It's not a quick fix. Like, you don't go to the doctor and say, give me a pill for this. It is about you. It is about adding you into the equation. It is about you embodying who you came here to be in the body that you want to be in. And we're not just talking looks of a supermodel or something like that. It's like, you chose to be here at this time. This is the body that you chose, and the body is showing you exactly how well you are coping. So I'm going to be asking you questions that you will answer for yourself, deeply and honestly answer for yourself. And you'll be able to understand what, in fact, is possible for you in the next phase of your life when you make certain choices. It's plan A or plan B. Plan A wasn't working, going on diets, restricting food, being forced to go on exercise, and then you hurt yourself. Plan B is understanding when you are disconnected from you and why the symptoms are there. So true. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You get to believe in these next 3 days what is possible and what your soul, your spirit is asking you to do. Your mindset, your attitude, your energy, which is what we're going to be talking about, is everything to do with how you wake up in the morning and how you get out of bed. What body you put on every single day, what body you are in, standing in front of the wardrobe, wanting to find something to feel good in. You know, sometimes you put on some clothes and you kind of go, God, these clothes just have like an old energy. It's just not my identity anymore. It's not who I want to be. It's like those days when you have a bad hair day, when you put on clothes that just don't fit you anymore. So you've done certain things in your life. You've manifested certain things in your life. You've attracted certain things in your life. But because you've not looked at your body, she's lagging behind. She needs to catch up. So we need to be able to put the thoughts in there, the attitude in there, and the energy in there that you love your body so that she can catch up to exactly where you are. Maybe your business is absolutely booming. I mean, just fantastic. But your body hasn't had that much attention. You've spent so much time and energy on your business or on your relationship or on your family. That's now working out well or not. Your body needs to catch up. She needs as much attention to what's going on in and around your life. If your bank account is low, because you really haven't been paying much attention to your bank account, because you've been over here concentrating on that. If your love life is terrible, your relationships with your children is not working out, it causes experiences and pain and frustration in the body. And your body is telling you all the time, that doesn't feel comfortable, that doesn't feel comfortable. Oh, that feels awful. I feel really uncomfortable. I feel empty. I'm drained. Then we end up overeating. Then we end up going to food to try and sort that problem out. But it didn't come from just eating. If you backtrack, it came from the feeling of feeling really uncomfortable because you were trying to sort that painful situation out. Your body is you wearing the problems that you face every single day. You can have a communication with your body that is just second to none. And it starts with how you think. It starts with what you want to say to her. It starts with what you think. Now, for example, if you look in the mirror and you kind of go, oh, I can't look at you, you're disgusting, I don't like the way you look. What do you think she's going to do? Your body, who is just as intelligent as your mind. Your body has a second brain. It actually has a third brain. Your body has a brain in the gut. This is your instincts. This is your intuition. Your body has a brain in your heart. So every single time you're hurt, it reacts and your gut reacts. And if you can read your body, if you can understand what's going on in your body as the barometer, so like if you're disconnected, you will get to know, that was what you were showing me. Yes, it was really uncomfortable having that conversation. How could I do that differently? How am I thinking about that person, that situation that's causing this feeling in my body? And actually, the more I think that about that person or about that situation, the more I'm attracting it. And the more my body's reacting. And the more I need to overeat because I can't deal with it. My story to do with this is about a situation in my life when I became a single mum. I'd had situations before, but this is the major one that really shows the lesson as it is. I became a single mum around about 2013, but I'd been a single mum living with my ex-partner in our house in France, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so became single, moved into our own house. It was just really difficult with one of my kids, and it was really difficult with my ex. he just washed his hands of the whole thing and just basically said, my pockets are empty. I can't afford to pay you any upkeep. I can't afford to pay for the kids. I was just like, oh my God. My energy changed, and I was just so angry and so hateful and so in blame that I couldn't cope anymore. And every day I woke up and I was like, oh my God, how am I going to cope today? And I really sank into depression and despair and really being in victim mode. And I was just wanting to hit and throw and hurt this other person. What do you think my body did? How do you think my body felt when I'm throwing darts and arrows and axes and all the rest of it at this other person? It felt really hateful. It felt really angry. And all those feelings well up in my body. The more I thought them, the more I believed them, the more I felt empty, the more I felt, I was completely disconnected from my spirit and my soul. The more I hated living, the more I hated life, the more I found things hard. Even talking about it now makes me kind of like, I overate. Conversations around the table were too difficult. I didn't want to deal with life. It was almost like I wanted to put a layer or something in between, a buffer in between me and what was going on. And so I was overeating. I was very aware that I was overeating, but I couldn't stop. I craved certain things, crisps and peanuts and snacking, just because I was bored, I was angry. Something else happened in my body as well. I got to a stage when I was so depressed, I was so down about things that I couldn't get out of bed in the morning without wrenching my head with my hair to get off the pillow, to roll out of bed, and then to get dressed was just terrible. My back was locked, my sciatica, it was just locked. Every single thing that I did, it just hurt. I couldn't take the dog for a walk. I could hardly play with the kids. I was miserable. Pouring myself a sparkling water here. I was completely miserable. Now, I knew the kind of conversations that I was having in my head were not helping one iota with what I was creating for myself physically. I knew there was a link, but for a long time, I refused to look at it because there was a payoff. I wanted my ex to man up. I wanted him to pay the bills. I wanted him to look after the kids that we brought into the world. I was so angry. Then one day it was just all too much. I think I'd been dealing with it for about a year. I've been going to the osteopath, kinesiologist, been on diets and fasts, which was, how I got into all of this in the first place, doing detoxes, detox the mind, detox the body and the emotions, find out why you're eating your emotions. And I just made a decision. I went, do you know what? Only I can change this. I know this. I'm a spiritual being. Only I can change this. Am I letting him off the hook? Well, that's difficult to know because I know we've had past lives together, and I know that I didn't get to raise the kids in the previous past life that we'd had together. I know that I'd made a promise that I wanted to be a mum and raise kids, even though I was a mum at a later age. I was a mum at 40. So I knew all of that in my head. But I still wanted him to pay. I still didn't want to let him off the hook. But it was me that was suffering. So I had to change my story. I had to sit down and say, I have to tell a different story about this situation. I had to change my mind. I had to change my mindset. I had to look at it from a different perspective. I didn't want to be hurt anymore. I didn't want to be poor anymore. I didn't want to be a victim anymore. I didn't want these physical symptoms anymore, from weight to sciatica. That was how it showed up with me. Also with abnormal smears, ringworm. I got, incredible ringworm at one point just before we separated because he was under my skin and I couldn't cope. I rewrote my story towards him, starting, he's a good father. He really, really loves his boys. He's generous. He really does his absolute best. And I know when he is all sorted and sorted out and everything else, if he wants, he can pay us. And I got to a stage when I was like, I don't need his money. I'm perfectly capable of doing this on my own. It's him who's hurting by not looking after his kids. It's him who's missing out. So it's only me who can change my story. I changed my story, and within a few days, the sciatica had gone. I wasn't needing to eat so much. I was kind of cool and chilled out. I just really wasn't feeling the anger and the hate, which made me want to overeat, which made me feel empty and exhausted. So I changed how I felt in my body by changing my mindset, by changing my story. So therefore, I was attracting a different relationship with him, and our relationship changed with him. It felt easier. Things got easier. The sciatica went. The weight started to come off my body because it was reflecting how I was feeling and how I was thinking. I had a very clear vision of what I wanted to look like. I wanted to be active and sporty and run around and have fun with my kids. So all that was in my story as well. So I'm inviting you today to get really, really clear and start imagining what it is that you want with your body. How do you want to show up in your body? Now, you get to create anything. You can look and feel like a supermodel as you want to look like a supermodel. Doesn't mean you have to be Kate Moss skinny. You can be however you want. If you want a sporty form or just, two dress sizes down, you want to be able to feel gorgeous in your body. What would that take? How will that be? So my first question to you today is, what do you want instead? Where is it that you want to be in the next phase of your life? What do you look like? How does it feel when you walk in that body? How do you turn up? What do you wear? Really get clear on how you walk, how you talk, how you dress, how you turn up. What's your sense of humor like? Where you're going? What kind of friends are you meeting? This is creation. Create a different experience with yourself and your body. You can be super fit or you can comfortably fit, however you believe is possible for you. Your imagination is all. If you cannot imagine it, wow. If you can't imagine it, you can't create it. That was franglais, by the way, that was French English. Get very, very clear of what it is that you want to create. So that's question one. The second question is, what 3 things will you be doing differently when you are that woman in the next phase of your life? Where will you be going? What kind of things will you be doing that you are not doing now? How does that feel? What kind of feelings have you got running around your body? It's like, oh God, that's so thrilling. Be riding a horse, riding a motorbike, having sex with the lights on, going to the wardrobe, going shopping for what it is that you really want to wear in the next phase of your life. Not just making do. What is it that you really want to create? The third question is, just to show you the difference from here to where you are, your current reality. So where are you now? What's your current reality? What is it like when you get up in the morning and you get dressed? What is it when you pull yourself out of bed with pain of sciatica or hip pain or whatever's going on for you? What does it feel like? What are you thinking? Where are you now? What's your current reality and how does it feel in your body? Fourth question. What is your current belief? Why can't you have the body that you want? What is your current belief that you can't have the body or the success that you have tried for year after year after year, Weight Watchers, Slimmer's World, all these diet sheets. What's the success that you want? What's your current belief as to why you can't have that? It could just be that it hasn't happened so far because you haven't done the extra pieces. You haven't worked with your soul, and you certainly haven't fed your mind with anything different other than what you've been feeding it. And why do you believe that? Questions 5. Why do you believe that? Is it because of a past experience? Is it because your family's all like that? You believe that's your lot? It's your cross to bear because you've got everything else sorted? What is it that makes you believe that? And how does this, question 6, how does this keep you safe? If you go back to my story about the weight I was carrying and the sciatica I had, there was a payoff. It kept me safe in that hate. It kept me safe in that anger. It kept me safe in that story. And I didn't want to imagine another story because that was me letting somebody off the hook. So it kept me safe. It was too difficult to think about that I was just going to let him off the hook. And well, actually, then that means I have to take responsibility for me. I'm the only one who can do this. It's me. I have to do this. Seriously? All up to me. I'm on my own. It's all up to me. I had to grow up. That's what was keeping me safe. I'm being totally and utterly honest with you here. It's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You have to really want what you say you want. And do a bit of digging. Get in there. Find out what it is. It is the most beautiful journey when your body starts reflecting who you are. We're really, croaky voice here. We're really inviting you to alter your mind, to open up your mind, to see things differently, to have a different experience. If you can imagine with me just for a minute that you're in the body of your making, you're in the life of your making, you're in the business or the relationship of your making. This is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, in the fact that you get to grow up and see what you've created. Just love yourself enough and branch out of your comfort zone to imagine a different experience that you can create. What would that be? Hence why I'm asking you these questions. Your current reality has got you locked in a set point that's keeping you safe, that won't allow you to get out of the glass box that you've put around you to keep you safe. It could be like you feel like you're in treacle, but you still feel safer in treacle because you know that feeling. You don't know what it's going to be like if I move into that body and that experience. It may be that you're terrified of confrontation, of people talking and mentioning your body. It could be that you're terrified of, oh my God, if I do that, I really have to stand up and start being who I say I am in business, stand up on stage. So if I keep like this, well, maybe I just don't have to do that. Maybe it's just enough. I'll just stay where I am, or stay in the mediocre relationship that you're in, or stay in all of that. Oh my God, if I could do that, that means I could go and live and work abroad. I could go and do something phenomenal. I could travel. I could do all sorts of different things. You have the opportunity to reset your set point, but you can't reset your set point until you allow yourself to feel into it and create it. And that's what it feels like to walk and talk and dress like that and turn up like that. And more, my sense of humor is different, and I'm more confident, and it feels like this. This is the frequency of it. This is the vibration of it. This is how it feels. That is how you create. So long as you're in the, okay, I'm going to follow this diet sheet, going to do what they say, tick, 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 tick. There's no feeling in there. You're not creating anything. You're following a diet sheet that someone else gave you who doesn't know you, who doesn't know who you want to be or how that feels for you. It's just so linear. It's just so level playing field. It's just so wrong. We are in a different time on this planet, and those ways do not work anymore. Your changing your identity starts now. It starts in your mind. It starts with, what is it that you want to create for yourself? Imagine the very best version of yourself in the next phase of your life, and believe that that is possible for you. This is a door opening for you to come inside, or to let yourself come out, woo, and see what is available for you. There is so much more waiting for you. Please don't sit in mediocre. Create a clear, soul-aligned, phenomenally strong version of yourself and go for it. No holes barred. I'm telling you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so you get to create the body that you want to be in next. We are so more evolved than the previous generations. We are a different version of the human race, and we're moving into a different version of the human race. You need to hear this. We are creator beings. We are strong and powerful. And it is not to follow a diet sheet, an exercise regime, and go to the gym and exercise it all off. That comes when your body says, oh God, I just want to go outside and I just want to run. I want to get rid of some of this energy. It just feels so good to do that. Exercise should only be done when it feels absolutely joyful and like playing, not because you want to lose the weight or you want to get healthy. It is because it's just like, oh my God, I don't have to do that. It just felt so good. And maybe you run or skip or do something for a day, and then maybe another day you do something else, and maybe another day you need to rest. Certain women should not be exercising. If you are adrenal fatigued, if you've got insulin resistance, you should not be exercising. We need to understand what's going on in your brain that's releasing so much insulin, adrenaline, cortisol in your body that your body thinks it's on red alert the whole time. Red alert. It's not just from your food, it is from subconscious fears and panic and terror that is going around your body that creates your body. This is showing what you can and you can't cope with. Somebody might turn around and say, yes, but Fiona, I'm on this medication because this, and this. By changing your mindset, by creating a new version of you, you will be able to reduce your medication until it is unnecessary. This is the most phenomenal journey of being able to create yourself to be the most radiant being, to having the most fun in your body that you can possibly imagine. I will be back again tomorrow talking about a different aspect of this, about your attitude, not just about your mind. I'll be asking you specific, on-point questions about what it is that you have going on as an attitude. What is your attitude to life? What is your attitude to yourself and other people? And let's just see how that is creating and what you're wearing as far as that goes as well. These 3 days are the most important 3 days to understand what is going on in your body. So much more waiting for you. I love you to the moon and back. This is what I'm here for. I'm here to help you understand how the body is created as a creation. You are the creator of your own experience with your body. So if you want to go out and have fun and do more exciting things, or have sex with the lights on, or go and, go to Versace and fill up your wardrobe with new, smaller size clothes, or want to stand on stage and, just not cover an inch, just don't feel you have to wear anything that covers you up, just wear the style of clothes that you love. All of that is to do with how we think, how we feel, and how connected we are with our body. It is magical, magical to be able to create on that level. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for listening, and I will be with you again tomorrow.